Plateau State. Charges officers on improved service delivery. Hello there, good evening, and thank you for joining us on the news. On NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 7, I am Tessie Umeri. The federal government has set up a committee on national census with Minister of Budget and Economic Planning. That report will come your way in our subsequent bulletin.
More than and about 220 million have been the common safe way to put the national population in the absence of new real hazard growth statistics to steer general developments. An attempt to conduct a new census was overtaken by a more pressing exigency to conduct the due general election in 2023. But then, the present administration has demonstrated commitment to this cause, with President Bola Tinubu meeting with the management of the National Population Commission on 2 occasions since 2023. Here is the latest statements.
On behalf of the President, I inaugurate this all-important committee. Some of the things into domestic and even international resourcing. This is one of the tasks before it has to be technologically driven. The President is particular.
His counterpart for information and national orientation is also a member of the 8-man committee.
Find the way we really mobilize additional to what we are blessed with. Many institutions can play a role, many in play, and will call
modalities for the execution of this census. This committee will look at all the
security. The Federal Capital Territory being a cosmopolitan city to accommodate people from all spheres of life attracts a variety of crime and criminality within its environs. In view of this, security providers must have a local knowledge of the areas to enhance provision of the required service delivery. Assistant Inspector General of Police, Zone 7.
The constant need to reassure confidence of citizens and residents in security service delivery can never be overemphasized, especially at critical periods such as the nation is now. While observers advocate the need to and vision. So, the visits in the FCT security acknowledging the successes so far achieved.
Give him all the necessary support.
That to whom much is given, much more is expected, was loudest in his address.
We have that duty to maintain law and order, guarantee protection of lives and property. We must live up to expectation. We have no choice.
Countdown to the Easter festivities is at its peak, and AIG Victor Olaya was on Notu Yakubu and TA News.
The government has declared Friday 18th and Monday 21st April 2025 as public holidays for unity and by the representative of Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Suli.
With the solar energy revolution ongoing in Nigeria, the authors of Solar Power System with theoretical and practical knowledge of the solar technology that is fast being accepted globally as an alternative for other sources of power.
Of this book, Professor M.S. Haruna OFR, and on behalf of our principal, the executive governor of Nasarawa State Engineer, A.A. Sile, I hereby unveil this very important book for the distribution to our tertiary institution in Nasarawa State, free of
Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule represented commends the knowledge shared in the book as well as the philanthropic gesture of Professor Muhammad Sani Haruna to institutions in the state, describing the book as timely.
In a simple English, the book can be read, understood by any average literate person.
And I do hope and pray that this book will be of enormous benefit to students.
The lead also providing energy solutions to the country through his decades of professional expertise and practice.
These materials, therefore, provide solution to these and set out key criteria that describe a quality system and key design and installations consideration that should be met and achieved in order to meet this requirement.
Guest addition to the Academia for National Energy Breakthrough, as well as a guide to technicians and professionals. From Kefi in Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
The lingering issue of minimum wage and other severance packages for area council workers that has resulted in the ongoing strike by both the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, NULGE, and the Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, has continued to paralyze activities in the 6 area councils and the LEA primary schools. NULGE President FCT, Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Kabi, in an exclusive interview with NTA says despite FC Minister's intervention, workers are still yet to be paid by the area council's chairman.
The devastating impact of the strike embarked upon by FCT NULGE and NUT has continued with public primary schools still closed down, disrupting learning and academic activities. This is the same story around the 6 area councils that have remained under lock and key. This development, NULGE President FCT, Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Kabi, maintains is not unconnected with the non-payments of their allowances after several MOUs have been signed as a result of the FCT minister's intervention.
To appreciate the Honorable Minister of FCT, by Sir Nelson Wike, for always coming to our aid, assisting the members of the area council and the NUT by giving or pronouncing money to be released to area council for payment of our arrears. The board of contention here is we have numerous issues on ground. We have a wage award, we have 40% peculiar, we have a new minimum wage implementation. We have been battling with this issue since December last year. I think we have 3 MOUs signed by the area council chairman to implement these wages and arrears. Nothing has been done about that, and that is why we have gone to strike this almost 3 times. Last year, October, December, and January for implementation. And we all agree on MOU before we sign, and the chairman they are not forthcoming to implement this MOU. So that is why we went ahead to resume on the strike on the 24th of March 2025.
The unions allege that the FCT administration had released money to the area council's chairman on the same issues.
Our children are at home. Our primary health care, which is under the NULGE, nobody accesses the facilities. The schools are closed. That is the negative effect of this strike. I'm calling on all stakeholders to come and ensure that this issue is resolved amicably, because we have done strike up to 3 consecutive times. Why must it be like that? Let us come back to drawing board with the chairman and do the needful. Otherwise, the strike will continue, and there is not going to be positive impact on it.
The unions say the strike will continue until their demands are met. In Abuja, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
For the other, needed development is compromised. Now, in this special report, our education correspondent Miriam George Jitubo beams her searchlight on the education sector, examining if university qualifications in Nigeria is hinged on quality and not quantity.
As of early 2024, Nigeria had 274 universities. This includes 149 private universities, 63 state universities, and 62 federal universities. Some of Nigeria's oldest universities are the University of Ibadan, the University of Nigeria, the Obafemi Awolowo University, and the University of Lagos. These four institutions were founded between the end of 1940s and the beginning of 1960s. According to University World News, the number of private universities has been increasing, with the National Universities Commission, NUC, considering applications for many new privately owned higher education institutions. Ordinarily, the increasing number of universities in Nigeria should be a source of excitement, especially in the education sector. But how has this increment been able to maintain the standard and quality of education in the country? And should university qualifications in Nigeria based on quality or quantity? Head, Learning and Development, Digital Bridge Institute, Chukwuemeka Nze, and an education analyst, Mikailu Ibrahim, give answers to this question.
The quality makes them relevant after school, and the quality helps to meet industry needs, where they will work, industry and business needs. So if you place quality side by side with quantity, it is essential that we will pick quality. But you must also know discountenance quantity, because quantity speaks of enrollment rate, access to tertiary education, availability of infrastructures to support the number of students you bring in. That's why you have tertiary institutions having carrying capacity. Significantly, government has done a lot to improve quantity by the establishment of more tertiary institutions in Nigeria at national and sub-national levels. So in the past few years, we've had several federal universities and other specialized federal institutions springing up, and also the same at state level. But as much as we want to pursue quantity, we must prioritize quality. Because when you don't prioritize quality, you are bringing out from our institutions people that will not meet the need of industry. You have people talking about unqualified graduates. Those speaks of issues and gaps in the quality of education.
Oh, definitely, quality should be a priority, anyway, because education should be pursued based on its purpose and function, and without quality, those cannot be achieved. So when you pursue quality, what it means is that you are guaranteeing employability, you are guaranteeing skills development, you are guaranteeing meeting industry standards. So these are the parameters for determining. But of all of them, if you will ask me, I would say actually quality should rank higher than any. Because if you provide access, quantity without quality, or you ensure equity without quality, then you are just wasting the time of students, resources, and of course any other person investing in the sector.
Respondents are of the view that an increment in number means increased competition and increased choices, which should lead to better standards. However, the situation with Nigerian universities seems not to support this axiom. As the numbers of universities in the country increases, the standards seem to decrease. It is an ironic situation where competition does not seem to drive quality standards.
We have seen several universities that have sprung up, and I've also heard information of several others that are about to be built. But it's not about how many people you are bringing out from the school, but what is the quality. The quality of education should be paramount.
Of our education, not the quantity of education.
Quality.
Why quality?
Because in the sense of quality is that quality brings results, but quantity lavishes. Because you have it many, but they are not useful, so it will lavish.
So if you can get a quality education, the country will grow well, and our children will be proud of them. No need of taking them to another country to go and school again. You have a quality education in Nigeria. So any children can school in Nigeria here and will get what you want.
However, there is a general consensus that what Nigeria needs are thinkers and an educational system that prioritizes the development of high-quality technological human resources aimed at creating a national pool of skilled and self-sufficient craftsmen, technicians, and technologists in technical and vocational fields. Mariam George, Jitubo.
And with that, we conclude the news. English segment of the news at 7. Stay with us for the translation in other languages. Good evening.
Ama gbaje we shaje wo wona ya bi bada ya dida ba ku shafa dai yo anaba shi ba dai wo ba praise wa yuba wani waje anaba ye gayi wa anaba ji gayi ku anaba ji wa age juma wi ko na pe a wace mu ba do litani wi ko na pe shi ba ce mai na on fa wa pya kwai gwamnati la susun tutushin ya gwamnati ya ga an pe mba wan baye baye yi fún ye Easter aye fún Yesu fifiyan gbodo wo lakala enviko agmadanya Yesu vi aviyan minister aki atutunjinya ye Olubumi Tunji Ojo woku agmadama Yesu viyan wen gbodo nge eyi Yesu vi yivi Yesu apata managwe yawu aje yeye gbodo nsinsin ya ji shokwa yiwe ya sasafi ye ndagma naje ta yeze ami ya shokwa zuba wazazan yivi nge yiki tukoda Bola Tinubu awetu wei botu ko biege ekiyenya nkoba baishi ya sase ndagma naje akizanga ji ajud nagmainu nko nazai shilo bobobo badene jilo ye abanu kwai zuba yake zidna pata evia dudu onoto Yakubu woku wadai nge bodade nu ji nge abusi bida zanagmai tutu maji ye AIG Victor Olaya sapa na banya baida abusibi sanu nwobe gbegbe sheba nke zidna eye nkwanyi wagodo wela abusibi ge atubwa nke baji batututu mbo gbogbotu ntiga ye banu sokulo na abanu kwa ishi ba fidi eski zidnanu jidna gban ba jabolo gbogbo npa tevi gbogbotu ba titi yan abo awun ya abe ba waje ashi ko ba be na vupan ikiye wala ba je to wa gazaza wa shi to mbusibi gbogbotu titi yan yiku na bayi wa jasun nge manayi mutayin shaba gwamnati a tattashi ina gwamnati a bibi figi nkwenye na do na abi anya ba kwaye mutuwi fi mba figi nkwenye mba nche balagwa su doyi abota zazalo ngwia na gwamnati a bibi anya ba mutu ba bada na tattashi ba iki zida fata riya dudu n'oge gbadogwu shikpege da ye Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Kabi wobe dabo ya enti atete shibaye yin wada nge ala minister kizidanya yi nge wofia puta mbada da yakwen agbaba ba ayo chechega gwamnati nya bai daba nge agbaba agbajiwe aito dudu agbaba yiwe hali nhaye okonijin ba baba chibukwege nje ba kapunu agaba ba takpe emagba ya cheshe ko ba shi agbaba ye wa chisla nisi ba ibe jade wosu saisu
Igbo ekele m unu nọ na akụkọ nke uhuruchi taa na nkenke. Gọọmenti etiti ekwupụtala na Fraịde bụ mkpụrụ ụbọchị 18 nakwa Mọnde mkpụrụ abalị 21 dịka ụbọchị ezumike nye ndị ọrụ bekee iji merụba ụbọchị na mmemme Ista. N'okwu ya, minista na-ahụ maka ihe na-eme n'ime obodo ala anyị bụ Olubumi Tunji Ojo kelere ma kpụpụrụ ndị ụka Kraịst okpu ma gwa ha ka ha jiri ohere a ohere mmemme a tụgharịa uche na àjà onye nwe anyị bụ Jesu Kristi chụrụ, gosi ịhụnanya, gosikwa ntụgharị uche, ma nyekwara ibe gị aka nwee obi ọmịiko nakwa ihe ndị a niile Jesu Kristi mere n'elu obe. Ọ kpọkwara oku ka ha kpee ekpere maka udo omekome dị iche iche. N'ihi nke a, ndị nchekwa kwesịrị inweta enyemaka ndị mara ogbe nke ọma iji nweta ezi nchekwa na ime FCT. Ọnọtu Yakubu, onye nta akụkọ anyị, mere ka amata na ọ bụ okwu ndụmọdụ si n'ọnụ osote onye isi ndị uwe ojii Zone 7 bụ AIG Victor Olaiya pụta n'oge ọ na-agwa ndị uwe ojii nọ n'ọrụ n'isi ụlọ ọrụ ha dị na FCT bụ nke akpọrọ FCT Command n'asụ Bekee. Okwu gbasara ụgwọ ọnwa nakwa ụgwọ ndị ọzọ dịgasị iche iche kwesịrị ịkwụ ndị ọrụ gọọmenti ime obodo nakwa ndị nkụzi praịma na Abuja ka na-aga n'ihu ugbu a, n'ihi na abụbọ ọrụ a ha gbara kemgbe emeela ka gọọmenti ime obodo nke FCT na-akpọ afọ n'ala, n'ihi na ndozi okwu a bụ nke o kwuru na